Research Facility, headquartered in Trombay, Mumbai, Maharashtra. Founded by Baba Homi Jahangir in January 1954. It is a multidisciplinary research center with extensive infrastructure for advanced research and development, covering the entire spectrum of nuclear science, chemical engineering, material sciences, electronic instrumentation, biology and medicine, supercomputing, high energy physics and plasma physics, and associated research for Indian nuclear program and related areas. We are honored to have with us our guest of honor, Dr. R.S. Barwal, Chief Construction Engineer at Nuclear Power Corporation of India, Gorakhpur. And Dr. Ravita, an engineer from Nuclear Power Corporation of India, who is also an alumni of Guru Jambheswar University of Science and Technology. The keynote speaker of the day are Dr. Pramod Kumar Sharma, a scientific officer in the chemistry division from BARC, Dr. Satyapriya R. Sijit, scientific officer in chemistry division from BARC, Mr. Pratap Malik, Director Training and Placement Cell, and Dr. Aditya V, Assistant Director Training and Placement Cell. I would now like to invite Mr. Pratap Malik, Director Training and Placement Cell, for the welcome address.
Good morning, one and all present in this very beautiful program. And today we are very fortunate that special invitees from BARC themselves have come here to grace this very important occasion and program. So on behalf of Training and Placement Cell, Guru Jambheswar University of Science and Technology, Hisar, I express my heartiest welcome to our today's chief guest who is coming in this hall shortly, our worthy registrar of this university, Dr. Avnish Verma ji. I also welcome two guests who have come from Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited, which is located in Gorakhpur near Hisar. So I welcome Dr. R.S. Barwal ji. Please give a big round of applause. As introduced, he is working as a chief construction engineer in that plant, and the main thing is that he himself has got admitted in this entire journey of this you can say atomic power plant using this OCES scheme itself. So we have specially invited him to share his journey. So he will be sharing his experiences regarding this journey with you people, so that you may come to know about this entire process. We are also having Dr. Ravita, who is also from this power plant in Gorakhpur. So big round of applause for her also. She is working as scientific officer there. And special welcome and heartiest gratitude towards both the guests who have come from very far place, you can say Bombay, who are representatives of BARC for today's function, Dr. Pramod Sharma and Dr. Satyapriya. Special applause for both of these two speakers. So we are very thankful to BARC that they have chosen very selected universities to impart this type of you can say talk, so that our students may be aware that this is the path, this is the way through which our students can enter in this very reputed institution named as Bhabha Atomic Research Center. So it is the, you can say, dream of every scientist or every engineer that I should work in such a reputed organization. So BARC is known for its reputation across the globe. So please stand up for giving a big round of applause to our Dr. Hisar. Thank you. So again, I express my heartiest welcome to our today's chief guest, Professor Avnish Verma ji, who has spared his very precious time to be the chief guest of today's event. And I came to know that the seminar hall 2 is after the name of the very great person whose name is in the name of BARC also, Homi Jahangir Bhabha. So our seminar number 2, seminar hall number 2 is named as Homi Jahangir Bhabha Seminar Hall. So sir is coming from that hall itself, so special gratitude. So I also appreciate the efforts of all the members of Bhavna Club, because these volunteers have designed this program. They thought that our students should be benefited with this talk. So they have basically planned and they have invited all of you to be the part of this event. And I am very, very hopeful that today's talk about this OCES program, OCES 2023, is going to be very beneficial for you. In 2018 also, the scientists from BARC visited our campus and they briefed the students about this entire process. So my appeal to all of you is that you should listen to the entire talk very carefully. We will have 15-20 minutes after this program in which you can ask your queries personally also. So that no doubt should be there in your mind, and we want that maximum number of our students should basically register themselves for this OCS 2023 program, and we would like to see some faces of our university in BARC. So without taking much time, again I thank all the chairpersons, deans, directors, teachers who are present here, and all the students who have come here, and all the dignitaries present on the dais. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir, for such a warm welcome. May I invite R.S. Marwar, Mr. R.S. Marwar, Chief Construction Engineer at Nuclear Power Corporation of India, a guest of honor, to please address the audience.
Thank you. Honorable Registrar, DJ University, Professor Manu, dignitaries on the dais, young students, one and all, a very good morning. I will start this way. First of all, how many of you know about Gorakhpur? How many of you are aware of Gorakhpur, Haryana Anuvidyut Pariyojana? So, I think quite a good number, but not all. So, this is something, a nuclear power plant is being set up in your neighborhood in Fatehawad district, which is about 50 kilometers from here. So, it's on the right side of this NH9, which is going towards Hisar. NH9, which is going towards Hisar. You can say near Badopal on the right side, some 7 or 8 kilometers from there. So 4 units we are going to set up there. Each unit will be of 700 megawatt, and these units are of our indigenously designed pressurized heavy water reactors. Pressurized heavy water is a moderator as well as the coolant for taking away the heat of the reactor. The heat is generated from natural uranium, and after that heat is extracted and you convert it into steam. Then that steam is used to drive a turbine, and that turbine generates electricity, and then the process you must be aware of. So that way the project is being set up here. Now, right now, the situation is that we have already completed all the preparatory works, and the start of the nuclear power plant is taken as the day when we pour the first concrete in safety related buildings. So safety related buildings are called the nuclear buildings, you can say. So other buildings already the work is going on. We are already 150 plus people, engineers and other allied services team already over there. And the first four for safety related buildings will be carried out maybe within next week or not more than 10 days from now. So we are all geared up. So I would also like to invite all of you to there, and you can contact me or any of our officers over there, and we can facilitate that visit, and you can have a great insight in the plant also. Now, as regards me, as Professor Malik has said, I come from engineering background. I graduated in 1986 as mechanical engineer from Punjab Engineering College, Chandigarh. After my engineering, I did some jobs like in private sector, Gabriel India Limited and LMS Scooters, you might have heard. But then somehow, then I laid my hand on one of the advertisements which was there in employment news. So in 1987, I applied for that time it was called BARC Training School. So BARC Training School, it was started in 1956. And by the time 87, it was the 31st batch of BARC Training School. So in our time, we used to be interviewed by a team of highly experienced engineers and scientists in BARC Mumbai. They would call us over there, and there will be not less than 45 minutes of grilling. And they would look for analytical approach. They don't go that, it should not be something like rote sort of a thing. रट्टा मारने वाली चीजें नहीं होनी चाहिए. So they wanted that how your approach is. You may not answer the exact deduction of the equation or something like that, but then how the approach is taken, that is of much more importance. So in that time, interview used to be everything, and it was not like right now it has come to that we either go for the gate scores or then exam is also conducted. But that time only interview was the only option. So after interview, we were given the call letters to join. So after when I joined, then I was assigned for training in Rajasthan Atomic Power Project. We had training centers at two places. One was in BARC, the other one was Nuclear Training Center in Rajasthan. So I was assigned there to undergo extensive training. It is consisting of classroom training. It is consisting of on-the-job training, and every day you are bombarded from 9 to 5 with lectures. It is not like we have never studied like that in our engineering courses also. So it was even much more than that. So, and then every Monday we used to have exam, because that exam formed the basis for our posting after completion of the training course of 1 year. And then the posting also was done on the basis of the marks you have scored in these exams. So you can see how it used to be. After that, I went to Rajasthan Atomic Power Project Units 3 and 4, which started construction in 1992. And then I was there till 2001. After that, I got transferred to head office in Mumbai. So I was working in the design office at Mumbai. And in Mumbai for 21 years I was there. So mostly I was associated with this Kudankulam nuclear power project. Any of you have heard about it?
Yes, sir.
It is now it is 6 into 1000 megawatt atomic power plants which are being implemented in Kudankulam, which is about 20 kilometers towards the east of Kanyakumari in Tamil Nadu. So these are Russian designed reactors. 2 reactors are already in operation since 2013-14, and 4 more are under construction right now. So from there, then I have recently, 1 year back only, I have got transferred here as Chief Construction Engineer, and now I am responsible for all the construction that will be taking place here in Gorakhpur Atomic Power Project. So that is about my journey. So I would say that this is one of the best opportunity that any of you young people can get, because the opportunity galore are there. It is the premier institute of India, and it is, I would say, a privilege to be part of it for myself as well as whosoever of you is inducted into it. So you will take pride into that, being a part of the most prestigious institutions of India. So my colleagues will be later explaining also. So you start your journey as a SO Scientific Officer C, and you can end up as high as Secretary of the department. There is absolutely no discrimination, no politics in our department. It's a merit-based promotion scheme. Anyone can rise based on his performance. And like our chairman, he is also a product of this OCES. He is, I believe, from which batch? 28th batch, he is, yeah. No, not 28th, he's from 22nd batch. The incumbent chairman of AEC, Dr. Vyas, he is from 22nd batch of training school, and the next BARC director, he is from 28th batch. So that way, so you need not be apprehensive of anything. So I think this is the best opportunity that any of you can get. And I would like to add that my colleagues have come from the BARC. So Department of Atomic Energy is conducting this OCES and DGFS program. Earlier, Nuclear Power Corporation used to conduct this joint exercise because there used to be a common training school for both. But of late, now we have got slightly separated, although nothing has changed. So we are part of the same DA family. But now there is another program which happened, which is called Executive Training. That ET 2023, I think for that preliminary advertisement is already out. And but we do not conduct the examinations which BARC training school or the OCES course they do it. We directly take people on the basis of the gate score, and after gate score the interview is held. That is in the same way it used to be held earlier also. And after that, the merit list is drawn, and the persons are selected for the orientation course. And then the training is imparted in many of the training centers that NPCIL also is operating, at operating power plants in Rajasthan, in Madras, in Katrapara, and so on. Let me tell you that there is only one chance. You don't get a second chance. So once you are interviewed, and if you don't get through, then you don't get the next chance unless you acquire a higher qualification. So that way you should prepare well, and I wish that quite a sizable number from here are selected to these prestigious institutes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing insights and your experience. I request Dr. Ravita, an engineer at Nuclear Power Corporation of India and alumni from GJU, to grace the stage.
Thank you. My name is Ravita, and I was a student of this university. I passed my post-graduation in chemistry in 2009 बैच. तो यूनिवर्सिटी से मेरा रिश्ता काफ़ी पुराना है, और जैसा बरवाल सर ने बताया कि डिपार्टमेंट DAE BARC इसका सिलेक्शन प्रोसेस इतना ट्रांसपेरेंट है और इतना फास्ट है कि आपको पता भी नहीं चलेगा कि कब आपका द टाइम ड्यूरेशन, जैसे ही गेट का रिजल्ट आता है, विदिन 4 और 5 months वी गेट सिलेक्टेड. ओके, सो अगर मैं मेरे एक्सपीरियंस की बात करूँ, आज मुझे बुलाया गया है अपना एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करने के लिए, बिकॉज आई वॉज alumni ऑफ दिस यूनिवर्सिटी. I got to know first about BARC training school in my first year of MSc, when summer training program ad was pasted in our gallery. So I thank my professors, Dr. Vikas Verma sir. He is very supportive. वो हम बच्चों को हमेशा बहुत ही एनकरेज करते थे कि आप लोग इस तरह के प्रोग्राम्स में पार्टिसिपेट कीजिए. सो इन 2008 समर ट्रेनिंग आफ्टर द एग्जाम्स ड्यूरिंग आवर वेकेशंस 40 days का एक प्रोग्राम रहता है विच वॉज कंडक्टेड इन IG कार कल्पकम. So I went there to attend that program, and there I got to feel the work culture and the जो इसकी भव्यता है इस डिपार्टमेंट की, वो मुझे वहाँ पहली बार देखने को मिली. एंड ड्यूरिंग दैट प्रोग्राम एक होता है ना कि क्योंकि एक ही साल बाकी था पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन का, सो उस टाइम तक तो हमारे मन में बहुत सारे डिसीजन तो हम बना चुके होते हैं कि इसके बाद मुझे क्या करना है. सो क्या रहता है कि मन ही मन में, और एनकरेज भी किया जाता है उस प्रोग्राम के थ्रू, जैसे आप लोगों को अभी एनकरेज किया जा रहा है कि आप लोग इन फ्यूचर ये डिपार्टमेंट ज्वाइन करें. और वहाँ का वर्क कल्चर, वहाँ के मीन्स आई सॉ के इतने बड़े बड़े डिस्टिंग्विश्ड साइंटिस्ट, उनका तरीका आपसे बात करने का, इट इज़ वेरी, they won't treat you like he is a big person and you are just a student. They'll treat you like the colleagues. Okay, so there I got to know कि एक इच्छा जो जागृत होना वो वहाँ से जागृत हुई. एंड आफ्टर माई पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन I got selected through a gate. After clearing the gate, the interview call came, and the interview process, that is also a very, you can say it is a lengthy, but it is a very interesting process. They'll ask you everything, but they'll not get you, they'll not make you confused or आपको डराएंगे नहीं बिल्कुल भी. जैसे बरवाल सर ने बताया कि आप पूरा आंसर बिल्कुल मत बताइए, हो सकता है ना बता पाए, क्योंकि 1.5 घंटे के इंटरव्यू में कहीं ना कहीं एक डर, एक ऐसा लगता है कि पता नहीं और अगला क्वेश्चन क्या आने वाला है ना. सो बट इतना फ्रेंडली बिहेवियर, इतना फ्रेंडली एनवायरनमेंट बना के आपसे 10 लोगों की टीम है, बट बिल्कुल भी आपको ये नहीं फील होने दिया जाएगा कि आपका इतना रिगरस इंटरव्यू कंडक्ट किया जा रहा है. एंड ड्यूरिंग द इंटरव्यू डायरेक्टर ऑल्सो विजिटेड, and he also, like if I share my experience, I got stuck in one mathematical equation. So, and at that same time director was in my room, and he saw my that जितना भी मैंने सॉल्व किया था, it was some 50% शायद मैंने सॉल्व किया होगा, 50 to 60%, अभी आंसर दिया नहीं था. And he saw it and he said it is okay, go to next question. He just saw. उतना देखने के बाद उनको ये पता लग गया कि अगर 5 मिनट और she'll try, she'll reach at the solution, है ना. So they come to know कि okay, so मैं ये बताना चाहती हूँ कि इससे बढ़िया इंटरव्यू आप कहीं फेस नहीं करेंगे. इससे बढ़िया इंटरव्यू, it was my first job, it was my first interview, and I feel very fortunate to after joining this department. I joined BARC training school in 2011. It was 55th batch of BARC training school. Now the BARC training school are situated at other locations also, like IG कार कल्पकम. IG कार कल्पकम का वो 6th बैच था. IG कार कल्पकम में 2006 से ट्रेनिंग स्कूल का establish हुआ, and my batch was 6th batch of BARC training school. And in Kalpakam also it is a beautiful place. समुद्र के किनारे हॉस्टल है, इससे अच्छा तो कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता है. और that 1 year training वॉज, शायद मैंने उतनी पढ़ाई अपनी पूरी एमएससी तक नहीं की होगी, बट फिर वही कह रही हूँ कि इतना फ्रेंडली और इतना, दे वर ट्रीटिंग लाइक वी आर नर्सरी स्टूडेंट्स। आप समझ रहे हैं ना, वी वर TSOs एट दैट टाइम, ट्रेनिंग साइंटिफिक ऑफिसर्स, बट we have been treated like a kid. Okay, our training coordinator हमेशा उनके ऑफिस में, उनके रूम में एक फ्रिज होता था which was always full with chocolates, pastries, कि किसी बच्चे को क्लास में अगर एग्जाम के टाइम थोड़ी सी भी एंजाइटी फील हो रही है, he or she can directly go to the fridge and eat. So इतना अच्छा लगा मुझे वो एक साल. And after the completion of training, according to our rank, we got the placements. I chose NPCIL. That is also a long vision because I wanted to come at GHAVP, Gorakhpur Haryana Anu Vidyut Pariyojana, because it is my native place. I belong to Haryana, and but at that time, after my training, this project was in a very initial stage. So I got to work at RAPS 1 and 2, Rajasthan अणु विद्युत राजस्थान एटॉमिक पावर स्टेशन 1 and 2 में मेरा केमिकल लैब में सिलेक्शन हुआ, वहाँ मेरी फर्स्ट ज्वाइनिंग हुई. There I worked for 8 years, and in 2020 I got transferred from Rajasthan to GHAPP. So it was my journey, and we all are going through this process only, OCES. As sir told कि अभी क्या हो रहा है कि NPCIL में ये जो प्रोसेस है इसको एक अलग नाम दिया गया है, हालांकि प्रोसेस इज सेम. प्रोसेस में कोई बस एक नाम अलग दे दिया है, बट फिजिक्स एंड केमिस्ट्री स्टूडेंट्स, फिजिक्स एंड केमिस्ट, NPCIL doesn't recruit physics and chemists directly. They absorb physics and chemistry through training schools only. I was from BARC training school, and after the completion of my training, if NPCIL requires some chemists, they'll absorb them through the training school. So it was the whole selection process and my journey in this department, and I feel very fortunate while working here. And जैसा मैंने बताया कि मुझे बुलाया गया आप लोगों से बात करने के लिए, तो मैं आप लोगों को यही बोलूँगी कि इट इज़ अ वेरी आई वुड से हम्बल डिपार्टमेंट बोल रही हूँ कि सभी लोग बहुत इतने हेल्पिंग हैं, इतना आपको लगेगा ही नहीं कि आप इतने भव्य डिपार्टमेंट में, इतने प्रेस्टिजियस डिपार्टमेंट में काम कर रहे हैं. मतलब वो समझ रहे हैं, आपको बहुत ही अच्छा ट्रीटमेंट, बहुत अच्छा सैलरी स्ट्रक्चर है. सो आई थिंक यू शुड अप्लाई फॉर दिस. एंड अभी हमारे ऐसा टोल्ड कि हमारे ही स्टेट में एक न्यूक्लियर पावर प्लांट आने वाला है, विच इज़ ऑल्सो, जो एक बहुत ही सौभाग्य की बात है. इससे पहले नॉर्थ इंडिया में नरोरा में हमारे न्यूक्लियर पावर प्लांट्स हैं, NPCIL डिपार्टमेंट के प्लांट्स हैं, एंड इन राजस्थान, बट इन हरियाणा, पंजाब और इधर नॉर्दर्न ईस्ट में, नॉर्दर्न एरिया में वी वर नॉट हैविंग एनी न्यूक्लियर पावर प्लांट. सो हरियाणा का ये सौभाग्य है कि हमारे राज्य में न्यूक्लियर पावर प्लांट बन रहा है. आप लोगों का स्वागत है विजिट के लिए. आप लोग जब भी आना चाहें, यू कैन कोऑर्डिनेट विद अस एंड वी ऑल वेलकम यू. एंड आई अगेन मैं आपको ये बोलना चाहती हूँ, प्लीज़ prepare for this exam, prepare for this process, and you'll feel good. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for motivating our students. And now I request our chief guest, Professor Avnesh Verma, Registrar, on the stage to share a few words.
Good morning all. The guest of honor of this function Dr. R.S. Barwal, Chief Construction Engineer in Fatehbad Power Plant, Dr. Pramod Sharma ji, Dr. Satyapriya, Dr. Ravita, Dr. Pratap Singh ji Malik, Dr. Aditya Veer ji, dear students. First of all, I would like to thank the BARC and they have come to the GJU. So I welcome all the team of BARC and the associate of BARC. This is a very proud moment for all of us that they have come to address you and they have come to give you the insight about the BARC and the BARC functioning, what is going on there, what are the various prospects available, what are the various career opportunities with the BARC. And it is very rightly said that BARC is a premier institute of Government of India. And I am also thankful to the BARC people that they have come with an example. They have brought one of our alumni with them and to give you feel that you people have potential and you can be placed in their organization and the atmosphere and the other things, they are very conducive for the job, from the job perspective. So we are very feeling something else because they have come, I think after 2018, they have come in 2023 after 5 years, and I would request to the BARC people that they make it a regular feature in the GJU and make it a point that they used to come either for the recruitment or for any kind of facility, the lab facility, the research facility, the infrastructure usage if they require. So, sir, we will be highly obliged if you give us a chance. I tell you, the Bhabha atomic research is not only the very prestigious and premier institute because it is an atomic research center. It is also very important to work in this organization because this organization was founded and set up by Homi Jahangir Baba in 1954. Am I right, sir? It was actually founded by him. And there is another organization which is Tata Research Center, I think. And Dr. Bhabha headed both of the organizations. And this organization, the BARC, was earlier known as AEE something, AEE. So this was actually made for the atomic research. However, we all know, we know our previous president, Dr. Abdul Kalam ji, as a nuclear scientist and a nuclear man. But initially it was started by Dr. Bhabha. And the vision and his area of research was atomic research. And then this atomic research has come for the nuclear fusion and fission and the setup of the various plants and other activities which are related to the nuclear activities. And more or less the functioning and other things are quite similar to that one. But he was a missile man, and this is something different than that. But the area of research is quite similar to all those things. So what I was discussing with Mr. Barwal, because I'm also from electrical engineering, and I was discussing my subject with him, that because the erection of the power plant, the setup of the power plant, the site, choosing the site for a particular power plant, like there are, as you know, there are various power plants available. One is hydro power plant, thermal power plant, wind power plant these days, which is under the non-conventional energy sources. And this is the nuclear power plant. The nuclear power plant is another area of interest, and it requires some attention before the erection, and there are some safety measures to be taken. So I was discussing with him that nowadays what kind of technology is going on, and how do we choose, and how do we erect, and the other safety measures, are we really taking the safety measures in this direction or not, which was earlier there, and we were very conscious about all those things, because you know, the nuclear power plant is a kind of power plant which has a nuclear waste. And nuclear waste will have a radioactive properties. So all those radioactive properties is to be disposed in such a manner that it should be disposed well, because it should not interfere, or there should not be any kind of interference in the public life, or should not be hazardous to the mankind also. So all those things are there, but he told me that now the world is different, and we are running in a different century, and the waste management is quite manageable, and it is well managed, and there is nothing of this sort, and there is no harm these days. Because earlier there were two great things in it. One is because there is a bombardment of the atomic structure. So once it is there is a bombardment, so leakage of the bombardment, or leakage of the energy is it was to be protected very well, and the conscious and the main concern is of the leakage. And after the process, once the process is over, then you are concerned with the waste management and the disposal, because of all those properties. So, because the what we are talking about something which is available in the literature and the books. But what these people are doing, they are doing something very marvelous job, and real to the new technologies, and they are taking care of all these things, and are managing it so well. So I'm also thankful, because they are these people are researcher, and are very close to every kind of research. So students, this type of institute has a potential, and if you get any chance to work with these people, the life will be very different, and the real research you will come across whenever you will be there in their institute. So my earnest request to you, and all of you, and the teachers, the faculty members, and my wish is, at least some of the students from GJU should engage in BARC. You must prepare yourself with every aspect. You must prepare yourself very well, so that you can compete, not only compete, you can succeed in the examination. as I have been told that there is a examination for OCES and you will have to appear for this. This is for the engineers and the scientists and the person who are from the science background and engineering background. So please work hard, prepare yourself well, show your excel and come to us with a success. So thank you very much and many congratulations and best wishes to all the students. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Professor Director of the Registrar JUST, and Dr. Pratap Marik and Dr. Aditya Nidhi for giving this opportunity to interact with young students from JUST. Also, I would like to thank our DA family members, my seniors, Shri Jambheswar and Ravita, for they have done half the job, and I have now very small amount to say about the activities and career opportunities in DA. So coming to the topic, why we are here? We are here to clear some myths and misconceptions if some young students have about what are the activities of DAE and to clear any doubts. So first I will just give you an overview about the activities which are carried out in DAE, and then my colleague will tell about the career opportunities and what is the pattern of exams for getting inducted in Department of Atomic Energy. So in the overview, what are the activities of DAE? DAE, each organization has a mandate that they have to carry out some work for the country or for your institute or whoever pays you. So what is the mandate of DAE is that we have to carry out research, development, demonstration and deliver in fields related to nuclear power, and it includes nuclear energy. So we have to work with reactors and fuel cycles. We have to develop fuel cycles for different kind of fuels. Then advanced technology like lasers, accelerators, supercomputers, which keep on developing with the modern technology. We also carry out directed research in science and other engineering disciplines, and we also deal with radioisotopes. Radioisotopes are used in wide range of fields like in industries for treatment, for diagnosis of different medical elements, and also we carry out work which is related to national security. So coming to the nuclear energy or we will say electricity is the major source which is required for any developed country, and it is a key component in development of any country. As Homi Baba once said, there is no power as costly as no power. So power is needed at any cost if we want to develop, we want to progress in the future. And how electricity is related to development? As you can see from this graph, Human Development Index and electric consumption, which is given in kilowatt-hour per person per year. So for developed countries, as you can see, Norway, Canada, Kuwait, United States, etc., where Human Development Index is more than 0.9, the electricity consumption is more than 5,000 kilowatt-hour per person per year. And we, as a developing country, stand near 0.6 SDI, Human Development Index, and our consumption is very small compared to these countries. So if we want to progress further, we have to increase our electricity consumption at least up to this point, maybe 3,000 kilowatt-hour per person per year. And to reach here, we will have to exploit all sources of energy which we have, and all the renewable sources which we have, we can get a total amount of electric energy that is around 12,029 terawatt-hour per year. And so we will depend on nuclear energy also to some extent so that we can cover up. And we can't go for fossil fuels and others in the future because they contribute to degradation of the environment, global warming, greenhouse effects. So we have to reduce use of oil and gas in the future for electricity also. And in comparison, here I have shown a comparison how nuclear power plants are different from hydroelectric and coal-fired power plants. So for 1000 megawatt hydroelectric power plant, you require a land of around 2000 to 5000 hectares which gets submerged under water. And for 1000 megawatt nuclear energy, you require land requirement is around 20 hectares only. And for 1000 megawatt electric coal-fired plant, you require 70 hectares. Also, the amount of fuel which is required is very less compared to coal, and the emissions of the waste which is generated is very less in nuclear power plants as compared to coal power plants. So, we can say that nuclear energy is a green form of energy, and it is the future for our country and for the world. So, what at present DA is doing to meet the demand of electric consumption? At present, NPCIL, part of our DA family, operates around 22 nuclear power plants, and we contribute around 7,000 megawatt electric. And currently, they are planning 8 new reactors, and they will add up to around 6,800 megawatts in the future. Also, as sir mentioned, Gorakhpur, Haryana Anuvidyut Pariyojana is under construction, and another few nuclear power plants are coming in fleet mode at Jaitapur site in Maharashtra and Kowad site in Andhra Pradesh. So it is believed that by 2031, NPCIL will contribute around 21,980 megawatt electric to the grid, and there will be a huge increase in the electricity consumption and growth. Now coming to the nuclear power was just one part. Now we'll come to societal, scientific and industrial applications which have been developed at BARC. So first of this application is for cancer treatment. BARC has indigenously developed Bhavatron 2nd, which is a radiation therapy machine, and it uses cobalt-60 source, and it provides plant amount of radiation to different organs in a patient. And previously such machines were exported, and it is a Make in India initiative. Second one is we have developed different mass spectrometers for isotope ratio analysis of strategic materials which are used in our department, and this has saved us a large amount of foreign exchange. Also, as we are working with radiation, so radiation processing of food and allied products is also carried out. Doctors and health support is minimum. So to counter this, BRC has developed 12-channel tele-ECG machine. So it is a very small machine and cost effective. It can be used to get a ECG of a patient in rural area, and the data can be transmitted via phone to a doctor in a city, and he can provide inputs about the health of the patient and what has to be done. Also, a robot-based neurosurgery system has been developed for treatment of patients. And waste management and recycling is a major problem for our urban and rural areas at present. For this, BRC has developed sludge hygienation research irradiators, and it has been installed at Vadodara. So here the sewage waste is treated, and the water which is obtained is free from pathogens and other things that can be used for gardening and other things, and the other waste is generated is used as manure. Similarly, Nasarguna plant for biogas generation has been developed. It uses kitchen waste and other vegetable waste for generation of biogas, and it also generates manure. So this takes care of our environment and also waste recycling. Similarly, biotechnology has been used for rapid multiplication of stock plants, to generate superior breeds of banana, sugarcane, grapes, pines, pineapple, potato, and turmeric. Also, biotechnology has been used for mass-scale cultivation of Ophrisa cultures, which are used for production of anti-cancer drug camptothecin. Different crop varieties have also been developed for food security. So BRC has developed till now 42 crop varieties, and they have been for different agroclimate zones in the country as our climate changes as we go from north to south. So there is somewhere there is humidity, somewhere there is loss of the water is less. So according to the climate, different seeds have been developed for different regions. And what are the advantages of these seeds? They provide improved characteristics like higher yield, earliness in crop, large size seeds, and they are resistant to biotic and abiotic stresses. Sorry, these are some of the seed varieties which have been developed: mung bean, udad, and these are seeds of groundnut, TG37A, TG38, TPG41, etc., which have been developed. Now, all these researchers have been carried out at centers, and these centers are located across length and breadth of our country, starting from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from Gujarat to Dibrugarh. There are a large number of DE centers across India, and the structure is, some of them are R&D centers like Bhabha Atomic Research Center, Indira Gandhi Center for Atomic Research, then RRCAT, then Variable Energy Cyclotron Center, and AMD. Similarly, there are public sector undertakings like NPCIL, Indian Rare Earths, Uranium Corporation of India Limited. There are industrial organizations, Heavy Water Board, Nuclear Fuel Complex, and BRIC. So, if you are selected, you can get posted anywhere here. And what are the works which have been carried out these research centers? So first, I will just give a brief description about the work at these different centers. So first is Rajaramana Center for Advanced Technology, Indore. So the sites for developing these centers were acquired during 1980 to 83 around this heritage building, which is called Sukhnivas Lake, which has been maintained till now. And here, the research is carried out in field of synchrotron radiation source, advanced light source like lasers, and they carry out activities in material science, cryogenics, superconductivity. They have developed accelerators for proton beam, and they are also participating in different international collaborations like Large Hadron Collider at CERN and LIGO project, which is in India. They have also developed electron linear for food irradiation, which is to be used as supplementary complex in the. Also for medical applications using lasers, laser additive manufacturing of titanium heat plant prototype has been carried out, and it will save a large amount of money because it is going to be a cost-effective substitute for patients. They have developed different type of lasers for activities in the department, isotope management, etc. So the different lasers which have been developed are copper vapor laser, diode pump, solid state lasers. Similarly, there is Atomic Minerals Directorate for Exploration and Research. They have different regions, and their main mandate is for surveying and prospecting sources of uranium, thorium, niobium, tantalum, lithium, and rare earths. And they carry out assessment and evaluation of different ores, and they handle over the evaluated union deposit to UCIL. They design and fabricate different radiometric instruments. They also carry out ore beneficiation studies. So this is the kind of typical work which they carry out. They carry out airborne geology, geophysics survey, radiometric survey, and during the survey they also live in field camps. As here there is an example of Meghalaya. So they are into survey, exploration, evaluation, and prospecting of uranium and different rare earths. Similarly, there is IGCAR, Indira Gandhi Center for Atomic Research. So mainly they carry out research in field of fast breeder reactors and closed flow cycles. They are involved in reactor design, reactor physics, reactor engineering, development of sodium technology, and electronics and instrumentation. Similarly, there is heavy water board. Heavy water, since we mainly depend on pressurized heavy water reactors, so heavy water is main component of our nuclear reactors. And for that, there are different heavy water plants across India, and they also develop materials like boron 10, and they are used in fuel purification and spent fuel processing. Also, they have developed different isotopes like water enriched with 18O, which is used for positron emission tomography. For fast breeder reactors, the sodium is required, so they have set up electrolytic cells for purification of sodium, and different versatile solvents which are required for solvent separation have been synthesized and developed at heavy water board. Similarly, there is variable energy cyclotron center at Kolkata. These centers are used for development of isotopes like thorium-21, gallium-67 and chlorine-18, which are used in PET and SPECT isotopes. These are PET and SPECT isotopes which are used for 3D imaging of organs. So these are images of medical cyclotron. Similarly, there is Board of Radiation and Isotope Technology. They develop radiopharmaceuticals for cancer diagnosis and treatment, and they also develop immunoassay kits for thyroids and other components of blood. And there is another department which is Directorate of Construction Service and Estate Management. So its main purpose is for development of infrastructure and radiation requirements, which is required for DAE, and it has in-house capabilities of planning, designing and executing projects involving architectural structure, public health, electrical and mechanical engineering. So just I will give some examples of the kind of construction work which DCACM has carried out. This is a photo of a building, radioactive ion beam lab, which has been
career. Actually, most of you must be belonging to STEM, like science, technology, engineering, and mathematics discipline. So you can find lots and lots of opportunities. That's opportunity for career development in BRC as such, BRC or DE as such. Just not for engineers, you also have job opportunities for scientists, mathematician, and also technologist. So any career that we choose the end product should be such that it is of societal benefit too. So career should be chosen such that one can provide solution to the existing problem or to ease the day-to-day life problems. So the end product that is complete in all aspects should be the ultimate motive. And now, like while choosing a career, you should be having you should have a proper liking for the subject which you are interested in, and the end product, as I mentioned, there should be an end product that caters to the societal benefits, and for you have a problem and you need to have a solution. The career should be such that you design and build a solution for the existing problems. For this, what you need is mathematical ability, a vast knowledge in scientific and technical expertise, and just with the scientific knowledge and mathematical ability, these are all bookish. So now you need to have an additional thing for the creativity so that you can include all these, your mathematical ability and scientific expertise to generate and society end product which is of use for the society. Actually, a career in STEM requires a complex set of technical skills and capabilities. STEM careers fields are a collection of jobs that focus on various specialization. Opportunities is vast with many potential aspects from more than one discipline. So for a successful end product solutions to a big challenge to render beneficial to the society, there are many stages. You find like in day-to-day life, you can see a lot of problem that's happening around and you need to find solution for it, right? From environmental concern to energy or treatment of diseases. So you need to find a solution for all these things. So to find a solution, what you need is an idea how to solve it. And this includes the specifications. So now that you know like what you're going to do, so now after this you have to design. So next comes the designing stage, then the development stage, and once a product is developed in the lab scale, then you have to do the testing and the quality control testings are done for the reliability, and the end products should be such that it is safe for use in the society. And once all these are proven in a lab setup, it has to be produced in a larger scale and maintained. So you can also find like opportunities in production and maintenance sector. For finding a career, there are three main things, that is the main skills that is required. So set of knowledge, abilities and experience needed to perform a job. And there are core skills that is knowledge based. So these are technical skills, mathematical skills. So these are based on the education which you're acquiring now. So your liking starts, like if you want to choose a career in STEM, like the process starts from your schooling itself. So you need to know like what you like and what you want to do in your career, like future career. So the knowledge based is also based on the previous jobs, work experience and other internships. Like in your final year project, you would be undergoing some projects, so you would be developing your expertise there also. Ability to adapt to changing technology. The other one is, the next is called the soft skill, and it is also based on personality. So those are self-confidence, critical creative thinking, interpersonal skills, ethics and professionalism. And the final one is communication skill. You have everything with you, but like you need to communicate to express your product, like express your views and sell out your products. So for that, there are three skills like listening skills, speaking skills and writing skills. There are different job sectors. STEM has a variety of exciting and rewarding career opportunities in many fields. So energy, these are the fields: energy, utilities, environment, information technology, teaching and education, health and social care. In B, you can find jobs in energy and utilities, environmental, for construction, health and social care, these, and also for national security. So we mostly we are involved in nuclear technology, and this nuclear technology is knowledge intensive and multidisciplinary. So needs synergetic pursuit of basic research and technology development, requires safety analysis encompassing entire gamut of engineering and health safety related issues. So currently, nuclear power plants produce about 7,000 megawatt of electricity, and we contribute 7,000 megawatt of electricity. And we are planning to expand this nuclear energy park program. And NPCL, it is in NPCL is planning to provide close to 21,000 megawatt by 2031. For this, Therefore, we need more trained manpower to produce industry-ready manpower and practicing professionals. For this, we have this OCES program, wherein we interview people and include them in our family of DAE. And now I've just mentioned about the energy sector, but we also have other R&D work that's being done both in medical field and also in national security, also in environmental monitoring and assessment, and basic research is also being done. So the manpower requirement from Indian universities are catered or taken in by two processes. 1 year orientation course for engineering graduates like BE, BTech, BSc engineer, 5 year integrated MTech people, and science postgraduate at following BRC training schools. We have 5 training schools, one at BRC Mumbai, one at IGCA Kalpakkam, one at RR CAT Indore, one at NFC Hyderabad, and one at AMD Hyderabad. So these are the eligible disciplines for online test, and we have total of 9 disciplines for engineer graduates, and 5 for science graduates, science postgraduates. For the eligibility criteria for physics discipline is MSc in physics, applied physics or BE, BTech in engineering physics with minimum of 60% aggregate marks in qualifying examination. And MSc applicants should have a physics or mathematics at BSc level, and physics postgraduate applicants opting to be considered on the basis of GATE score should have valid GATE 2023 or GATE 2022 score in physics. Applicants having BE, BTech as qualifying degree can apply on basis of GATE 2023 or GATE 2022 score either in physics or in engineering science. And the same goes for chemistry discipline also. It's like you need to have an MSc degree and with BSc, and you should have done physics in your BSc part. And you need to have a minimum marks of 60% both in MSc and BSc. And you also need you have to if you want to apply through GATE score, then you have to have a GATE score at 2023 or GATE 2022 in chemistry. And here, I hope you have courses in biosciences. You need to have an MSc degree in agriculture, biochemistry, microbiology, molecular biology, biotechnology, genetics, botany, zoology. You can see it there are various courses. I suppose you have courses in MSc microbiology and biotechnology. You can apply for OCES, and you need to have an minimum aggregate of 60%. And MSc applicants should have physics or chemistry or biochemistry or agriculture chemistry at the BSc stage. And applicants opting to be considered on the basis of GATE score should have a valid GATE 2023 or 2022 in life sciences or in biotechnology. Those having MSc in specialization subjects like fisheries, horticulture, forestry, agronomy, animal husbandry, marine biology are not eligible. I suppose, but you don't have these courses here, you just have MSc microbiology and biotechnology here.
And food technology.
You have food technology. So I have already mentioned actually we have 9 disciplines for engineering graduates. So BE, BTech, BSc or 5-year integrated MTech with minimum of 60% aggregate marks in one of the 9 eligible engineering disciplines. Applicants opting to be considered on the basis of GATE score must have a valid GATE 2023 or 2022 score in the same engineering discipline as qualifying degree discipline. And those having qualifying degree in branches like aerospace automobile, industrial production, reliability, ceramic architecture, geology, mining, biomedical, electronics, instrumentation, communication, IT, masters of computer application, dye and dye intermediates, electrochemical engineering systems, petrochemical, plastic, paper or not, plastics, paper, sugar technology, textiles and or not eligible. And for the same goes for engineering graduates, also engineering or BTech or BE graduates, and they should have a minimum of 60% marks. And there's one more discipline called radiological safety engineering science discipline. So for this you need to have an MSc in physics or chemistry with physics and chemistry up to BSc or BSc. And you should also have mathematics. You should have passed mathematics at 12th standard and or BSc, or you should have a mathematics subject or advanced mathematics in your BSc course. And again, you need to have a minimum of 60% aggregate marks in MSc as well as in BSc. There is one more called for geology discipline, and this is for MSc or equivalent MTech in geology, applied geochemistry with geology at BSc, or 5-year integrated MTech in geological technology. All applicants must have two subjects out of mathematics, physics or chemistry up to BSc. And here again, like, you need to have a GATE score of 2023 or 2022 GATE score in geology and geophysics. Then there's one more course. So this is called DAE Graduate Fellowship Scheme, DGFS. Under this scheme, engineering graduates and physics graduates who have excelled in selection interviews from BARC training school program and have also independently, like, you should have cleared your training school interviews, or also and inclusively if you are registered for your MTech course in one of these institutes. I'll just name these institutes, like it's IIT Bombay, Delhi, Guwahati, Kanpur, Kharagpur, Madras, Roorkee, or NIT Roorkela, or Institute of Chemical Technology. Additionally enroll for MTech here, you can also avail this DGFS. So after successful completion of 1-year coursework at these institutes, students have, like, the enrolled officer has to undergo 1-year project at any of the DA institute, and on successful completion of DGFS program, placement of DGFS fellows will be at BARC and IGCAR. So I just tabulated the eligible disciplines for DGFS. Like, you have mechanical engineering, applied mechanics, chemical engineering, metallurgy, material science, materials engineering, physics, civil engineering, environmental science, electrical engineering, interdisciplinary groups of systems and controls engineering, computer science and engineering. So you have that in IIT Bombay and IIT Madras. This year we are not taking any candidate for geophysics discipline, so I'm just going to skip this. So this is the schedule for training school selection process. The advertisement, like the major, you will have the first advertisement coming up in the major newspapers in January. It would have already come, it's already come. And you will have a detailed advertisement in Employment News again in January 2023. The online application has already started, like, so you can start registering for applying for jobs in 4th it started on 4th of February, and you can still continue to register till 5th of March. Online written exams will be conducted on 1st and 2nd of April 2023, and the last date for uploading gate score is March 24, 2023. And once you're shortlisted, you would be called in for an interview for 5 weeks between mid-May to mid-June. So the results will be declared in the last week of July 2023, and you can visit the site BARC OCES exam.in for any further clarification and also for registration. So you can note this down so that you can apply. If you are not done it, you can apply now. So these are the dates. If you want to note it down, you can note it down. These are the important dates, and if you want to register, you can start registering now. So what I would advise is while uploading your application, you can either choose online written examination, or you can choose to upload your GATE score, or you can choose both GATE score and the online written exams, so that what happens is you'll have a better chance. You can your better chance for selection for interview. So while choosing, you can apply, you can choose both written examination and GATE upload scores. Hope you have noted down the dates. Should I go to the next one? So selection is based on online, there are 2 stages for selection process. Selection is based on online examination conducted in April every year in more than 40 cities across India. So while uploading your application, filling in your application, you can choose, we have 40 centers where the online examination will be conducted. So you can choose these locations from the nearest city for your online examination. So candidates will be screened in for selection interview on the basis of a valid GATE score in the applicable GATE subject. At the time of application, candidates can choose any one or both of the above screening options. As GATE cutoff scores for screening and the selection interviews will be finalized only after the conclusion of online examination. Candidates are advised to maximize the chance of being screened into the selection committee by availing both screening channels, that is GATE score as well as online examination. So I'm making it clear, you can choose both. So in the second, I haven't completed. On the second stage, selection interviews of shortlisted candidates will be conducted in Mumbai. Outstation applicants will be paid 2-way normal AC 2-tier train fares. You will be for written exam, you will not be paid any train fare or anything. Travel allowance will not be given. But if you are shortlisted for selection, you will be given a train fare, 2-way train fare for normal 2-tier AC. Sorry, 3-tier AC. So the probable period of selection interview is during May-June. So the maximum age limit is 26 years as on August 1st, 2023 for general category. And for minimum age limit is 18 years on August 1st, 2023. So the final selection of OCES and DGFS will be based only on your performance in the interview that will be conducted in the BARC. So This is the OCES 2022 cutoffs for screening for various disciplines. You can just have a look. And if you had already cleared, how many of you have cleared your gates this year? 2020. Yes, the results are not out yet.
Results are not out yet.
So you can have.
That is not result.
Okay, this is a state-wise summary of OCS 2022. So you can see the applied number of candidates who had applied for OCS 2022 program, and people who had applied appeared for an online examination, screened in for selection interview. So out of 78,000 had applied online, only 44,736 had appeared for the online examination, and 1,900 candidates were selected for interview. Out of this 1,900, 1,741 people had appeared for the selection, and 187 candidates were chosen for the training course. This is a state-wide summary of OCS 2022. So once what is it? Any queries till the slide? If you have any queries, you can just ask. So during the training period, training officers will be given a stipend of 55,000 per month and one-time book allowance of rupees 18,000. And boarding and the lodging in DA is mandatory for OCS training school officers during the training period. Boarding and lodging in DGFS Institute hostel is also mandatory for DGFS fellows during their MTech or MTech programs. So the trainees, like once you are selected for the OCS program or DGFS program, the trainee needs to attend coursework as designed for each discipline, and the coursework varies from each discipline to discipline, and the coursework will have about 30% nuclear related, 30% subject related, and the trainee officer also needs to do a project, and it's for 12 weeks and it contributes to 30%, and you will have an in-plan training, and that again adds up to 10%. The training officer will be assessed based on written examination held every 6 weeks. So you'll have written exams, like it's going to be really tough for 1 year, but you'll love it also because you'll be introduced to new field and challenging fields which you have not learnt in your other engineering or MSc classes. So you'll have examination after every 6 weeks, and you'll also have a course viva after every 12 weeks, and a project viva after 5 weeks, and a final project viva as well. So once you have completed your training, the candidate will be, after successful completion of the training course, this training will be absorbed as Group A gazetted officer, and on the post of scientific officer C. You will be posted as a scientific officer C in any of these institutes, like any of the DAE institute. It's not necessary that you would be posted in DRC alone. You can be posted anywhere else. Like my colleague has already shown you the various departments of DAE and located across India. You can be posted anywhere. So once you're posted, your gross monthly salary will be somewhere around 1.1 lakh. And you'll also be provided other allowance like LTC by air every year for first 8 years, and once in 2 years later on afterwards. And you'll also like the children you'll get allowance for children education, and you're also eligible for an annual professional update allowance. And another attractive thing is all these DA employees have an health service scheme, medical scheme called the Comprehensive Contributory Health Service Scheme for employees and their dependent family members is also available. So this is the training school. Your classes will be conducted here, and this building belongs to Homi Bhabha National Institute, a deemed university. A trainee officer who has successfully completed the training program and whose performance meets the minimum eligibility criteria allowed, you can register for an MTech course. Once you complete this 1 year training school, you can enroll for an MTech and do 1 year project, and you'll get a MTech degree. Otherwise, you are also if you are not interested in pursuing an MTech or MPhil, you are entitled to a postgraduate diploma that's given by Homi Bhabha National Institute. So all the training school officers, you are eligible for who are selected would be eligible for a postgraduate diploma, and once you are get a posting as scientific officer, you can also register for your PhD. Most of us, after completing your training school, we have completed our PhD after joining BARC. And MTech degrees to engineering graduates recently selected for BARC training school after completion of 1 year project at DAE Institute. So this is the residential complex, the residential area where BARC employees stay. And you can see this is another view. And you have almost all the facilities within the residential complex. You have everything. You have swimming pool. You have 6 schools for your kids, for the kids. So this is a training school. You need to stay, as I've already mentioned that it's mandatory to stay within the complex, within the hostel. So this is the training school hostel. So once you're selected, and as you can see, it's a multidisciplinary field. I have done my master's in medical physics, but I've done my PhD in chemistry. It's you can always choose once you enter BRC, you can choose your field. If you want to change your field, you can change your field accordingly. And this is actually BRC is a oasis for job opportunities for almost all discipline. Right from mechanical engineer can get a job, they have a job. Electrical engineer has a job. A civil engineer also has a job, and a person with a interest in biosciences do get a job there. So you have job, as I mentioned, it's a bonanza for job career. And if I start a project, if there's a work that's happening, if I start a project and want to do something with an end result, I can collaborate with any of the divisions and complete a project. So it's a cross-domain expertise used. Upgradation of educational qualification, once you once you're enrolled as a scientific officer there, you can upgrade your educational qualification, and you can also upgrade your skills and knowledge. Work life, as I've already shown, BRC, Anshakti Nagar facility, residential colony, it's a beautiful place where you have you can have a work-life balance, human management, longevity and freshness, and support system, schooling, medical and extracurricular activities also there. So you can see the problems once you go join BARC, you would be having many problems coming up, like I'm talking about the technical ones. So you can always interact with your coordinates, like subordinates and all, and independence in pursuing R&D work. Like once you gain experience from your seniors, you can also start doing your own research, and you have like huge pool of technical knowledge based to bank upon. So if you want help from any of the discipline, you just can walk in, you can just call them, take an appointment and go and discuss. So there's a very good working environment and good starting salary, and like the starting salary is much better than any of the IT company can offer you, and great township facilities like school, medical, extracurricular activities, and most of all, the end product, what you're doing is service to the nation. You're going to provide service to the society, and by that you're going to do service to the nation. So you can visit our websites. These are the websites, and you can also find out what are the activities that's happening in the various units of DE. Should I hold so that you can take a pic, or you can just note? So your ultimate aim for career selection should be take up a job where you love the work and you will not have to work a single day in your life. You should love your job. You should take a career so that like you don't feel as if you're doing anything extra, because you are doing a job which you love to do. Thank you. Any queries? If you have any queries, you can.
Ma'am, actually, what would be the syllabus of this OCS exam?
OCS exam, like these are discipline dependent, and you are preparing for your gate, so it will be as good as preparing for gate. So you'll have the basics of your discipline, that like if a mechanical graduate, you'll be anyways preparing for your gate. So same thing will do for BARC, OCS exams as well. The main thing is like selection will be like the return of the gate score is your interview process. In interview process, what happens is like they are not going to ask. The candidate would not be asked any direct questions. You will be asked indirect questions. Like there you will be scrutinized for your creativity, how you are going to solve your problem. So you do not be right like 100% of the times. Like you can be even 50% of the times you can be right, but the approach should be correct for the problem.
Any other questions? Students, you can ask from your mic.
Good afternoon, ma'am. As you introduced the OCS program for engineering discipline, there was eligibility for BTech CS students, but IT students were not accepted.
No.
But the GATE exam for CS IT is the common exam. Why is there's difference in eligibility?
There's not a lot of application for IT. Like people who can see computer science knowledge would meet our requirement.
Ma'am, actually the syllabus is same for the CSIT. Most of the syllabus, like 90% syllabus is same.
So when you do IT, like what's the difference between doing a computer science, BTech in computer science, and difference like in IT?
Ma'am, there are not much changes. Like some in last semester, the compulsory subjects of there are there in our choice exams. Means we can choose from them, and the exams we have in compulsion, they get in that choice. Actually, there's not much difference in the syllabus overall.
May I answer this question? See, your university itself differentiates between you, that is IT, and CS. There is a slight difference, whatever it is. Okay, you are taking it for granted, you are accepting that thing. Okay, the same difference comes down when we are recruiting at our end. Okay, so if we are getting well qualified CS for the same type of jobs and other things, so we might not be going for IT. But your point is taken care. This time we can ask them that at least you can compete with CS students for those seats if you wish to.
Yes, sir. Because my question was because this,
I
most of the placements.
I understood your problem. We will talk to our HRDD peoples that you may be allowed equivalent to CS because at the end you have to fight the interview also.
Yes, sir.
So
Thank you, sir.
we will let them know about your query.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Any more questions?
Ma'am, as you are designated with Scientific Officer G, what G stands here?
It's a grade. Actually, you get posted as scientific officer C. After completion of my 1-year training program, I was posted as C. Then you'll have this promotion interviews in particular period, like every 3 years or 4 year or 5 year period, you have a promotion interview. You have to clear. So once you clear, it's a grade actually. You have grade from C, D, E, F, G, and H.
Okay, thank you.
Hello ma'am, I am civil engineering student. What advice would you like to give to crack BARC interview?
Okay. Prepare for your gate. Prepare for like you should be clear in your basics. You should be thorough and clear in your basics.
Thank you ma'am.
आपको कोई हाईफाई नहीं पूछने वाले वहाँ पे, आप ये सोचो कि आपको बहुत ही टफ क्वेश्चन पूछने आने वाले हैं। इन ये हमारे टाइम की बात बता रहा हूँ। When I was doing my MSc, my seniors had been to interview and other things, so they came back and told कि वहाँ पे जाने का वो लोग किराया देते हैं आने जाने का, तो मुंबई घूम के आने का वो वहाँ पे पूछते क्या वो पता नहीं है हमको। सिर्फ हिंदी में बात की, so I am telling you in Hindi only. Okay, so if I could have taken their advice, so I would have either not gone, or if I would have gone, I would have just gone कि जाके मैं घूम के आ जाता हूँ, मुंबई घूमने के लिए पैसे मिल रहे हैं, so I would not have been serious. तो आपका यदि आपने रिटर्न टेस्ट क्लियर किया है, आपको वहाँ पे बुलाया जा रहा है, so आप में कुछ खूबी है जिस कारण से आपको वहाँ पे बुलाया जा रहा है. So you should be serious about that thing and prepare accordingly. It is the confidence which matters more than the amount of subject which you know. मैंने हो सकता है कि मैंने 10 साल पहले कोई चीज़ पढ़ा हो, यदि मुझे ज़रूरत पड़ेगी वो अभी मुझे याद आती है, it can click any time. So you should have confidence among yourself कि हाँ मैं ये कर सकता हूँ, मैं इंटरव्यू में मुझे बुलाया है तो यहाँ पे मैं सेलेक्ट करके जाऊँगा. So just prepare basics, आपके concepts अच्छे होने चाहिए. हमें कोई ऐसा नहीं चाहिए जो कि रट्टाफिकेशन करके आए कि A+B=C मुझे पता है, वो हमारे कोई काम का नहीं है. हमारे वो काम का जिसको A+B क्या आता है उसका C क्या है वो नहीं पता, A+B से यदि हमारा काम चला सकता है वो based on his knowledge and experience, that is more important for us. So confidence also plays a very important role.
Yes sir.
You don't have to remember all the values. I still remember in my interview, like I was asked about teletherapy source strength. So I knew it should be somewhere around kilocuries. I said like I don't know the exact value, like it will be in kilocuries. So they were happy. Like you should have like you don't have to remember the numbers and all, but you need to solve a problem. You should know the approach to solve the problem.
As my colleagues have said, it is basically analytical approach. You have to systematically go towards the interview. As far as my experience, I would share that they started with asking me, because I am a mechanical engineer, they started with strength of materials. They said you make one cantilever, put a point load. Then they said you put additionally uniformly distributed load UDL. Then they said you make it a simply supported. Then they said you make it with another load. And then they said you make another support. So then I said that it become indeterminate, so I don't know. So they said, okay. So that is why they didn't see that whether I was not able to solve that indeterminate problem. But then they say how the approach is going on. So basically you should be having your basics clear and not in a road way कि रट्टा A plus B, what he is saying is equal to C, and why C it is, I don't know. So that way it should not. Thank you.
So I think you people should give your maximum to firstly clear the OCS exam, and after that for the shortlisted candidates we can have a session also for interview preparation.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir, for enlightening us. May I request Dr. Pramod Kumar Sharma to come? And Dr. Satyapriya RCG.
Yes, yes.
Now may I request Dr. Aris Barwal and Dr. Ravita from NPCL.
Yes, yes.
Now I would like to invite Dr. Aditya Kumar, Assistant Director, to present the vote of thanks.
Thank you. I, on the behalf of Training and Placement Cell, extend a hearty vote of thanks to Shri Pramod Sharma ji and Ms. Satyapriya ji from BARC for their valuable and informative talks regarding the OCES and DGFS entry exam schemes. And I'm sure this lecture must have been very fruitful to you. You must have got a clear picture regarding the what all things come if you want to crack and excel in the OCS exams. And I would like to take this opportunity to place hearty vote of thanks to our worthy registrar, Professor Abdi Sharma ji, for providing the logistic support and guiding us to do these kind of program on a regular basis. I would like to thank the guest of honor, Shri R.S. Barwaji, Chief Construction Officer, Engineer at Nuclear Power Plant, Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited, Gorakhpur, and Dr. Ravita ji, same at Nuclear Power Corporation of India, Gorakhpur, for educating our students regarding NPCIL and BARC. I extend my gratitude to Shri Pratap Singh Maliki, Director of Placement, for the round-the-clock guidance and motivating the entire team of Placement Cell and the students for doing these kind of programs and arranging all these things for the students so that they can excel in their career. And I would like to thank the Training and Placement Cell coordinators from Mechanical Department, from Physics Department and CSE Department who made it here and who guided the students to present in this program. And I would like to appreciate the efforts by the student coordinator, program coordinator of this ARZU, and Parul and the entire team who made this program successful. And our special thanks to the media persons for covering this program. And in the end, I would like to thank all the students who came here and gave their precious time and listened to the BARC associates. Thank you once again. I hope earlier we have sent the message on the WhatsApp, also on the groups, that the OCS exam has already been out, and the last date of applying to the OCS exam has been extended. Now it is 5th of March 2023. So you still have a lot of time, and you can, those who are interested can fill the form. And side by side, if you are filling that OCS exam, you need to apply on the Guru Jambheswar University registration link also, so that we should know that who all are applying for the OCS exam, and accordingly we can arrange special classes for you to train you for the OCS exam and the interviews. So the link is www.tinyurl.com/DGFS-test. And after this program gets over, then you need to give your feedback over the link, which is, I think you know, which is again www.tinyurl.com/GJUST-feedback. Okay, so all of you need to give your feedback on that. And once again, thank you for coming and attending this program. And we'll have to have one group photograph outside this hall. So I would request all the students to gather outside. And we have a national anthem now.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे